Hey, so it's Dan, and then in this case, this is a Dan cast. My gosh, do we get lucky sometimes. So, this is an interview with Lofa Tatupu, one, a former Seahawk that I happen to just love the heck out of, okay, and two, yeah, he's a player, still, in this case, in the cannabis industry. So he inspired me some today, and then we're going to do more work together, but this is just a nice start. In this case, we're talking a little bit about, hey, in the future, if cannabis were legal, would there be better play on the field in things like the NFL or baseball or hoops? Would there be? And then he's qualified to know. So enjoy. It's Dan and Lofa Tatupu on the Talking Hedge, your cannabis business podcast, now in association with Leaf Life TV and my cool pals at Consortium. All right, okay, so now we get lucky. It is Dan from the Talking Hedge, your cannabis business podcast. Your name for the record, sir?
Lofa Tatupu.
Wait a minute, Lofa Tatupu. So now, you're a professional athlete or former professional athlete, correct?
Absolutely, used to be 6 years in the
Right.
NFL. Yeah.
Neat. And then I think I've watched you sack people and tackle people. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that is accurate.
I dig it. I dig it so much. There's something about watching you, how should we say, stop them there for a loss. I love that a lot. So, okay, so now cannabis and sports and what it means to see the impact on wellness and your body, okay? Would you consider yourself somebody qualified to speak in that space?
Yeah, I would consider that. I've been in the business for about 4 years now with one of my farms, and then also off of that, I've spun off and created a CBD company called Zone In CBD.
Oh, I love that, Zone In CBD. So okay, so kind of a sweeping question. We're getting ready for the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine a future, if you would, with me. We're going to see the future. It's a future where cannabis and hemp and all of this stuff is legal, okay? And then big business, sports business can use it, can leverage it. Are we going to see a better product on the field if that happened?
I believe so, most definitely. I know what it's done for me, and I know right now things are getting regulated in terms of, or about to get regulated in terms of the FDA and the FCC and what you can and can't be said. So can't make claims, but there have been reports out there and stories of people with great success cognitively.
Yep.
So that's in decision making, and imagine if those players were moving better, more efficiently out there.
Yep.
And then from an inflammation standpoint, that's everything. Keeping the player on the field and
Yep.
helping them deal with those injuries.
So that vein right there. So keeping that player on the field, right?
You will find a superior product. Then I fully believe from my experience that even as crazy as it sounds, at 36, after all my surgeries, all those injuries, concussions, everything, I feel more in tune with my body than I did when I was at my prime.
Well, it's worth noting. You look like you could play right now, and in fact, it's very tempting. Yes. Anyway, so okay. So now, the nature of the big business that is the NFL. I mean, is it fair to say they invest a lot of money in the talent? I mean, I gotta think that you were an expensive asset, I would think.
Yes, they do, and the NFL does a phenomenal job of preserving that product, that person,
Right.
that player. They care about them, and there's multiple programs that they do and money they invest to make sure with the trainers, the equipment,
Yep.
all that
Yep.
staff.
A lot of infrastructure.
Absolutely. So, but I just think this, and they are, from what I've heard, everything that in the new CBA, they'll be revisiting the topic, and
Neato.
and yeah, I've seen reports and articles saying they are going to take a proactive stance, and I think kudos to them, man. That just shows that they're open-minded and trying to help.
It's funny. We've been sharing for about an hour now, and one of the things that's interesting is, in the end, it comes down to quality of life. And this is one of the things I tell people is, look, if you try it and it does nothing for you, then stop doing it, right? And at the same time, there is something about, again, feeling better, right? So, okay, if you were going to go play a game right now, okay, I mean, what's the value of feeling better on the field? I mean, does it really, could you measure that? Are you going to make more tackles because you felt better?
I think there was definitely going to be, some data, down the road, and I mean, yeah, you could tell, but I think the stuff, like one thing that I want to do, I want to take pictures of my quad while I'm taking the product and while I'm not taking the product to show the inflammation, not just like talk about the inflammation. So there's there are ways to quantitate or quantitatively, show
data.
What you're saying is real.
This has been funny because again. So the Talking Hedge, one of the things we do is we essentially inform large capital movers, and then the whole thing of a better decision in the cannabis space when you're making big, bold moves. So your business, if I'm a large capital mover, should I come look at your business? Should I search up your website? Should I come check you out?
Absolutely. We're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and then also the website, zoneincbd.com. Ours is all, I say cannabis, ours is all hemp derived. So the federal legal limit, 0.3%. Most of our certificate of analysis show half of that level at 0.15 or ND, none detected at all.
Nice. Okay. And that's zoneincbd.com.
Yep.
I dig it. Okay. Well, so you've been super gracious with your time today. Let's do this. So you are a professional in this industry. So maybe take just a minute and tell us, what's the next day or two look like, and then we'll let you go.
Oh my God, it's still startup world, right? And so every day is a grind. I got to meet with our designer who designed our beautiful logo. And if you see the logo, there's so much going on. It says zone in, and when you really do zone in on the product, there's a negative space Z, and then there's two triangles that sit, facing each other. They're the sign for delta, which means change.
I dig it.
So there's a lot of thought went into our design and everything, and then so we're mapping out. We've got about 13 athletes that are invested with us. My friends that all former professionals spanning across baseball, so Major League Baseball, golf, and NFL. And even talking to our first NBA guy next couple of weeks. So we're excited. I think this is like you spoke to, being a better version of yourself on the field.
Right.
Is kind of what, was the vision for us.
I dig it.
And off the field too, of course.
Right.
Carries over.
Oh, there's something about whole life, right? Because again, something about getting a better sleep, making a better player, making a better biz.
Well, because a lot of players they just envision their athletic life, right?
Sure.
So what if this could potentially help them in their day-to-day in decision making, like the cognitive piece that we talked about. So there's and this is we are athletes, but we're for everybody. That's why we say zone in, and then it's like a call to action is like zone in on what really matters. You matter, your health matters. Zone in, take control, take the power back.
I like this. You're really good at this. So, all right. Okay. So now, let's do this. We'll close this out with the following. Okay. So now the season is coming up.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got any feelings about the local team? I mean, do you stay in touch?
Absolutely. I still go to the games. The Hawks still do. They gracious enough to let me do some charity events. Tomorrow I got to make a wish charity event at the stadium. With a bunch of kids, so excited about that, and they keep me in the fold, and I think we're going to be just fine. You got Russell Wilson, you got Bobby Wagner, KJ Wright.
Yeah.
There's too many good things going on over there not to.
I dig it, and you're qualified.
I was a coach for 2 years after I retired, and I don't know how good I was because Bobby and KJ were already all pros. So.
Right.
So I'm not going to take credit for that, but they were just a blessing to work with, and I'm excited, man. Football, that's still part of me.
Sure.
It'll always be. My dad played, I played. One of my kids is going to play. I can already tell.
I love that. Well, okay. Well, so you've been super gracious with your time. You okay if we check back with you every now and then?
Absolutely. Please, it's a pleasure to meet you, and please keep having me on.
I dig it. Your name for the record?
Lofa Tatupu.
I love that. All right. So yeah, we're dropping names, and he's doing some good work. Hey, brother, thank you.
Oh man, yeah, thank you for having me.
All right. It's the Talking Hedge, your cannabis business podcast, and we're feeling pretty lucky today. Yeah, he's a cool cat. I like him. That's Lofa Tatupu. So one, he looks like he could play right now. Okay, he looks good. Okay, two, zone in CBD. I think it's worth taking a look at. I really do. And then last but not least, what a neat guy. He gave us a while. He gave us some time. It was really, really good. And then I learned a lot, and I'm going to go back and learn some more because he does. He knows what he's doing. So yeah, it is Dan. the roving CBD correspondent for the Talking Hedge, your cannabis business podcast. Hey, I also work with my cool pals at Leaf Life TV, and of course, you know, how should we say, inspired and supported by the neat crew at Cannasortium. So, hey, thanks for listening. I hope you have a nice day.